This video powered by our good friends at Craft Holsters. More about them here in a bit. We're in Indianapolis, Indiana, NRAAM 2023. Going to walk into this exhibit hall. Going to talk with some cool people. We're going to check out some cool stuff, so let's go. What's up, crew? It's Chris with CloverTac. Welcome back to the channel. In the Lionheart booth, we've got the Vulcan 9.
Yes, sir.
From space, from the planet Vulcan.
That's right.
And from the mind of Rob, actually.
Right,
but,
yeah.
Long time coming on this one. You feel a lot of blood, sweat, and tears and money.
And
on
yes,
this thing.
that too.
Tell us a little bit about some of the features. What have you worked through over the years to bring this to market?
Love to. So this is the Vulcan 9 is everything that we wanted out of a next-gen Regulus, right? So the Regulus is the heritage of this pistol, but even going back before that is the DP51 from South Korea, right? Which is roughly a 40-year-old pistol, still carried by the South Korean Army as their service pistol to this day. Wow, okay. Yes, absolutely. Nice. Matter of fact, S&T stopped by our booth, and they're the South Korean armory, right, that manufactures it at SHOT Show, and they saw this pistol, and I asked them, I said, what do you guys think? Like, do you like it? And they're like, no. In the very Korean fashion, no. And you could tell it was like, no, because, well, it's beautiful.
It's too fancy.
It's too fancy.
It's too fancy.
Yeah, they're thinking service pistol. So, but this has that DNA in it, right? Yep. So we still have the double action plus, which is where you put it into single and you push it forward, right? Yep. And that gives you that long single. So when you pull the trigger, it stages the hammer back, and then you can pull the trigger through. What that offers you is an easier way to carry, an easier and a safer way to carry in a single action mode. Because you have that long, light trigger pull, you don't have the weight of a double action, and you don't have to keep your safeties on if you choose not to in a single action mode, single action hammer fired. So it's really a cool feature.
Options, right? Got the options.
It's options, yeah. And then new for the Vulcan is optics ready, and that's what everybody wanted. Everybody wanted an optics ready Regulus.
Right.
We'd talk to people, hey, what do you think of the Regulus? Does it have optics? No. Well, I want optics. Okay, well,
now,
we have it.
Everybody's going to ask the cut. So as far as the optics.
Yeah, so our cut's unique. We wanted an optic cut that was not gonna, I really don't like adapter plates. I don't like, I like clean design.
Well, that could be a weak point too, right?
It can be a weak point, and it's something, you know, a customer buys a gun and they forget to get an optic plate. You got a gun, you got an optic, but they don't go together. You've bought a gun and you don't have a holster for it, or you don't have the optic for it, you don't have the screws for it. It's really obnoxious. Right. You spend weeks getting everything you need, contacting the manufacturer, trying to figure out what optic plate you want. It's a mess, right? Yeah. So we want to ship, this gun comes with everything you need for all the optics it's compatible with. So we ship it with pins and screws and kitted and labeled. So if you want the Hollow Sun, if you want the Shield RMSC, if you want the Trijicon RMRCC, it's got everything you need in there. It comes stock with everything you need, because we want you to get the gun. Let's say you order an optic from Brunel's and you order the pistol from LionheartIndustries.com and they show up the same day. You put it together, you're at the range shooting. Right. Or you go to your local dealer and you buy the Hollow Sun out of the case, and you buy the Lionheart out of the case, and you don't have to ask their gunsmith to put it together for you.
Exactly.
You just take it home and put it together.
Get it done,
Yeah, so what we did is we have this little, it's hard to see, but let me bring it a little bit closer. We have this little shim plate back here. And if you pull that off, it'll fit the Trijicon RMRCC, which is a larger, longer optic. And the RMRCC has a little bit different footprint, but we shifted that footprint back so it wouldn't collide with the RMSC footprint, right? Okay. Gotcha. So this uses a modified shield footprint, which means it works with the Hollow Sun optics, the 407, the 507, and then the shield optics as well as the Trijicon RMRCC. So we did not make it compatible with, like, say, the Aimpoint Acro. It's too big with the dovetail. Our slide is very narrow. Our slide is less than an inch, just a hair under an inch, which is great because it makes the gun point better, makes the gun a little bit lighter, but it means that we're limited to not using those really wide optics. The Delta Point Pro from Leupold is a little bit long, so the distance between the breech face and the rear iron sights is a little too tight because this is considered a compact. Sure. So we decided, as much as I love that optic, it's well engineered, it just doesn't fit this pistol. But the optics it does fit, they're the top 3 best-selling optics in their size range. We chose those.
Real quick, I need to give a shout out to Craft Holsters for helping out the channel with travel to NRAAM 2023. If you're not familiar with Craft Holsters, they make a huge variety of leather holsters for over 3,000 different types of handguns. I've owned Craft Holsters for some time now and currently have a holster for my Ruger Blackhawk on the way. So for your next holster, do yourself a favor and check out craftholsters.com. And then the aesthetics. I mean, you talked about it being too pretty.
Yeah.
The stippling on the grip, the slide.
Oh, and then the golf ball
just
stippling.
Yeah, just crazy. So what's the thought behind that?
So, I mean, I want a gun that's as pretty as it shoots, right?
Exactly.
I want a gun that doesn't just shoot great, but it's a gun that, you know, when you've got it on your hip and it's peeking out of that outside the waistband holster,
right.
People ask you, what is that, right? It's a beautiful gun. It's like
exactly.
when you put on your nice
exactly.
watch, you're going to dinner with the wife or the family, or you just want something you're proud of. I like to buy things. I'll save my money and buy something nice rather than buy 3 or 4 inexpensive things.
Right.
I prefer to buy things once. I can't stand the disposable economy that we're in today.
Right.
So I want to build a firearm that you can pass on to your kids and they can pass on to their kids.
Well, that's the heirloom quality part of the heirloom quality combat ready.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Which is kind of a bleed over from the Regulus now to
and the DP51. It's a combat firearm, right? We've taken that, made it beautiful, and it improves a lot of things in the firearm.
Right.
And then this grip now goes all the way to the front, so we've covered up that trigger bar for an aesthetic, but also a functional purpose, right? It doesn't catch on anything. It won't get any lint. It won't catch on strings in your shirt or in your pants.
Right.
And it gives you a great place to index your index finger. And then when you flip it over to the other side, we've integrated the gas pedal. So if you look here,
yes, nice.
we've integrated that gas pedal right in there, and it's all dovetailed into the frame. And because we've dovetailed it into the frame, it's very, very secure.
Right. Very nice. And so standard features, 9mm.
9mm, 15 plus 1.
15 plus 1 capacity. Cool.
Yeah, flush fit magazine. So this is the 15 round magazine, and we'll have an 18 round as well available for
nice.
it. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, Rob, thanks for taking a minute.
Yeah,
talking
thank
about
you, sir.
the Vulcan 9. For this one, we're done. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Until next time, don't forget, change by freedom.